Blast off for another exciting adventure in outer space with Scott McCloud, Space Angel, in the story of The Light Barrier.
25 years ago, a formation of Earth ships, much like this one, plied this same route in space on the first leg of an historic mission, the testing of revolutionary ion power. For causes unknown, the mission ended in failure, resulting in the loss of one of Earth's all-time great astronauts, Major Eddie Colfax. Now, a quarter of a century later, a new mission aims for the old objective, the testing of ion power, a crack at the light barrier. And fate, which handed the reins of the mission to an eager young scientist in the long ago, now picks the same man for the same task, Professor William Mace.
Penny for your thoughts, Father.
What? Oh, was I that obvious, honey?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I was just staring at Scott's back sitting there. I was thinking how much he looked like Eddie Colfax. 25 years ago. Oh, it's a crazy feeling, as if it were happening all over again, just as before.
Oh, why do you torture yourself with the memory?
Well, that memory has served to remind me of my half of the bargain with Eddie. He died keeping his end of the deal. And if I have to work another 25 years to make that blooming ion engine work, I'll do it.
You won't have to, Father. It'll work. I know it will.
Right as rain, Professor. You'll break the light barrier with it.
It'll revolutionize space travel.
You'll be famous. Why, you...
Sure. Do you think I give a hang for any of that? All I want is for the darn thing to work. Then maybe I'll know there's a reason for Eddie's going.
Skipper, atmosphere coming up fast.
Right, Taurus. Strap in, gang. Starduster to Jupiter Control. Coming in with 3 chicks on Earth-Jupiter space lane. Please advise landing procedure.
Roger, Starduster. Activate automatic landing code 57 in 10 space units. Jupiter out.
Wilco, Jupiter. Hello, chicks. This is Mother Hen. Ready switchover to landing code 57. Jupiter orbital approach guidance control. Ready switchover.
3, 2, 1. Now.
Well, it won't be long now, Professor. Then your work really begins. Convincing the Space Council your engine is ready for test.
You believe it's ready, don't you, lad? And if you're up to the test, that's what matters most.
We're up to it, Professor.
We sure are. We've learned a lot since Eddie Colfax made his test.
We're with you, Father, all the way.
Stand by to rotate.
25 years ago, the testing of scientific devices was carried on by planets individually. But certain devices were utilized by some for purposes of war and destruction. And so the major planets of the solar system formed a body called the Universal Space Council, which now controls all scientific devices of a potentially destructive nature.
I like this traveling sidewalk. Guess they know spacemen don't like walking.
Walking's not so easy on Jupiter. It has a heavy gravity.
You worried, Father?
Yes, I am. The Space Council may not approve these tests.
We'll soon know. The Council meets in half an hour.
Universal Space Council headquarters are located on Jupiter. Here, the Council meets in never-ending session. And here it is that Professor Mace must appeal for permission to test his ion engine.
It is with great pleasure that the chair now recognizes the distinguished scientist and delegate from Earth, Professor William Mace.
The Saturn delegation is obviously opposed to Professor Mace's test.
Scott, what's wrong?
Brace yourself, Chris.
For hours, Professor Mace lectures the Council on the merit of his revolutionary ion engine.
Each molecule of propellant is electrically charged, ionized. This is done by passing the propellant over heated metal grids. Then it's possible to accelerate the charged ions to extremely high velocities through these nozzles by means of the electric field. The performance curves in all ranges of harness tests indicates values of specific impulse exceeding 30,000 seconds.
Mr. Chairman.
The chair recognizes the delegate from Saturn.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Council reject Professor Mace's request for permission to conduct ion propulsion tests. For reason that the projected tests lack certain safety precautions, and if successful, could result in a potentially destructive device.
I second the motion.
Scott, this will kill Father. It isn't fair.
The motion has been made and seconded.
Mr. Chairman, I am Professor Mace's daughter, sir. On Earth, we have a game called baseball. That ball in the hands of a bad pitcher is also a potentially destructive device. My father worked hard on his engine for 25 years, and I'd hate like the dickens to think it wasn't safe because I'm one of the test crew.
Scott, she was never going on the test.
She is now.
Well, Chris, I think you turned the trick.
That should be Father now.
How'd we do, sir?
We did it.
Here's our authorization to proceed with Project Ion Engine.
Oh, wonderful.
Great.
What did they do?
Supreme Council said okay to the whole shooting match.
Okayed the test plan, the crew. Even agreed to pick up the tab when Earth gets around to making him a bill.
Then we're ready to roll.
Only one condition. Council wants us to use complex score for a launching station. That's way out in Pluto's orbit.
Guess they don't want us near any of the inhabited planets.
Just in case anything goes wrong.
I'm so happy for you, Father.
We've got our chance, and we must not fail.
Don't worry, Father. This time it will work.
It has to, Chris. It has to.
Prepare our ships for blastoff.
Clear the area for blastoff. Ready, 1 and 2. Ready, number 3. Blast off. Ready, number 5. Blast off.
Starduster to complex score. We're approaching you on Jupiter space lane.
Roger, Starduster. We're tracking your group. You're now on target.
Roger, score. Starduster out.
That's the group that's going to break the light barrier.
What happens when you reach the speed of light?
You become light, I guess. Then what?
Nobody knows yet. Eddie Colfax never came back.
Taurus, do you have a visual on the complex yet?
Aye, Skipper. She's coming up fast.
Range is 1,200 astroleagues, Scott.
Switch on the forward view scope. Starduster to complex score. We're approaching on Jupiter space lane.
Roger, Starduster. Been expecting you. Switch to automatic landing control. Channel 2-3.
Roger, control. You get that, chicks?
Roger, Starduster. Switching to remote control channel 2-3.
There she is.
It won't be long now, Father.
There's a lot of work to do yet, honey.
Stand by for tube landing.
Correct angle of approach, up 2 degrees. Very good, Starduster, on target.
We've landed your freighters in tubes 3, 4, and 5. Tube 1 is set up for assembly. It's an honor to be of service to you, sir. My crew, as well as myself, is at your disposal.
Thank you, Commander.
The more help we can get, the sooner we can prove the capability of the ion rocket.
As I understand it, Professor, your ion engine will actually produce its own fuel.
Aye, and it's capable of exceeding the speed of light. That we are not going to attempt.
At least not on this trip.
Well, gang, let's get to work.
And so the work begins. The component parts that were brought in the freighters start coming together in the assembly tube, and the great ship begins to take shape. Professor Mace and Scott check each step of assembly. Every part, every circuit has gone over again and again. Knowing the importance of this test, the highly skilled technicians work tirelessly, relentlessly performing the jobs in which they have been trained and rehearsed for so many months. Hour after hour, Scott, Torres, and Crystal study the control systems and procedures. Environment systems are checked and rechecked. Finally, the great ion engine is installed, and the ship is complete, ready for its journey into unknown outer space at speeds never before attained by men or machines.
I've said it 1,000 times, Scott, but I'll say it once more. Do not exceed the speed of light. We're not ready yet. We don't know what will happen beyond.
We'll remember, Professor.
Funny. I remember telling that to Eddie Colfax 25 years ago.
Don't worry, sir. We'll follow your instructions to the letter.
Yes, Father. And this test will be successful. I just know it will.
Aye, and we all want to be here for the celebration. Chris, honey, bless you.
Father.
All aboard, crew.
Clear the tube for blast off.
All set here. Reactors go.
Umbilical, go.
Cabin pressure, go.
Tube doors open. Ready and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Trajectory angle, go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
First stage away. Jettison the ion shielding.
A perfect launch.
Good luck, kids. Heaven bless you.
Extending ion engine. Engine temperature and speed reading.
Speed, 0.3 and rising.
Engine temperature, 2,700 and rising.
More power, Taurus.
Speed, 0.5 and rising.
What do you read, Taurus?
Ion generator is operative. You have power.
Acceleration is steady.
Okay. Cutting in ion power. Hang on. So far, so good.
Speed, 0.4. Scott, that's 81,000 miles per second.
Let's try a little more. Watch the road ahead, Taurus.
Speed, 0.5. 5 and rising fast. Scott, what happens if we have to turn?
At this speed, we can't turn.
Meteorite collision course.
What the?
What happened?
We hit it. I swear we hit it.
We didn't just hit it. We vaporized it. Check instruments for any sign of damage.
All go here.
Same here. No damage to the outer hull.
It didn't touch us. Our leading force wave powdered it.
Just the same, I wish you'd watch where you're going.
If it'd been much bigger, it would have powdered us.
I saw it coming about 20,000 miles off. That would give you about a half a second to get out of the way. You're just getting slow.
Advancing to 3/4 power. Advancing to full.
Speed, 0.8 and increasing.
They're fading out.
They're traveling almost as fast as our radar signal. They're approaching the speed of light. Back off, Scott. Back off!
0.9 and rising. Scott, back off. We're reaching the speed of light.
Roger. Power on. Our momentum is carrying us. Hold on. No telling.
Everything's fuzzy.
What's happening to us?
Retro rockets. Oh, what an experience. We actually reached the speed of light.
That's what I'd call a successful test.
Professor Mace will be mighty proud.
I can't wait to see Dad's face.
We'll slow to 10,000 MPS before turning.
Scott, hold your course. I've got a fix on something.
I think it's a spacecraft.
I'll retract the crab net. Reverse your G-seats. We'll be braking fast.
Net in.
Okay, firing braking rockets.
Scott, it is another ship.
There's never been a ship out this far before, from our galaxy.
Except one. Eddie Colfax made the first test run in this area. Firing retro rockets. What's the distance of that other craft now?
About 5,000 astraleagues, Skipper, on a parallel course.
Its speed is about 10,000 MPS, Scott.
We'll set the guidance control to match his speed.
Easy does it. Coming up fast on port side.
The design looks familiar, Skipper.
You're right, Taurus. But it's an old-timer. I'd better go check it out.
There's no design allowance for propellant.
Only ion rockets don't need propellant, and ours is the first. Except for...
Just stand by. This shouldn't take long.
If you run into any trouble, Skipper, let us know.
Don't worry, Taurus. I'll keep in touch.
Do you suppose there's anyone inside?
I don't know, lass, but we'll soon find out.
Oh, no, it can't be. The pilot is seated at the controls. There's no pressure inside, but he's wearing a space helmet.
Is he alive?
I'm going in and see.
Oh, this is awful. He must have been out there a long time.
Emergency door open. I'm going in now.
Is he...
He's alive. I'm bringing him out. Give me a hand. Chris, break out the oxygen.
He's in a coma. Eddie Colfax? It just isn't possible.
Possible or not, here he is, alive. And the same age as when he launched 25 years ago.
He and Dad were about the same age then. About 30. But how, Scott? How?
I guess the coma. Like hibernation. But don't ask me to explain Einstein's theory of time and relativity.
I guess your dad's first ion engine was good, too.
Colfax must have approached the speed of light to reach this space void.
He's coming around.
Oh, this must be the place. You're an angel. What happened?
You'd never believe it.
That's right. Eddie Colfax. Meet Crystal Mace, the professor's daughter. She wasn't around when you made your flight.
Well, what do you mean?
Crystal will have plenty of time to fill you in on the way home. Let's get this baby turned around, Taurus.
Professor, we've got them. They're coming back.
Thank heavens they're safe. Let's get down to the tube and meet them. I hope they're all right. Scott, Chris, bless you. The engine worked.
Both of them worked, Professor. Ours and Eddie's.
Hi, Bill. Eddie Colfax. I can't believe it.
Takes a bit of getting used to.
This test has proved more than the capability of your ion engine, Professor. Eddie's 25 years in space will prove a lot of theories on time and relativity.
Well, come on, everybody. We've got some celebrating to do.
Don't miss the next exciting adventure with Taurus, Crystal, and Scott McCloud. Space Angel.
This is the town of Bundy, in the state of Bundy, where the traditions of yesterday have established an unchanged pattern of life for today. In fact, there are few places left on the face of the earth where one may see a panorama of existence that so vividly relives the past as it does here in Bundy, one of the last strongholds of feudal times in ancient India. In Bundy, the stage was set for this pageantry of life long before Columbus discovered America. And unless the new dominion of India interferes, there appears to be nothing in the present plans of the village fathers that could possibly suggest a departure from the mode of living that was established here in the year of 1342. In spite of their allegiance to the past, however, the people of Bundy are of a contented nature, and their humble wants appear to be satisfied with a minimum amount of trouble and confusion. They are still loyal to their Maharaja, and they still look to him for his advice and guidance, even though the new government of India has deprived him of his former power. Unlike many of the more prosperous states in India, where begging is a profession, we saw no evidences of abject poverty in Bundy, and at no time during our visit were we accosted by a beggar. The people of Bundy seldom see visitors from beyond the borders of their own state, and being off the beat of the main traffic, they have not yet been discovered by tourists from the outside world. Although the custom of purdah, which requires a woman to keep her face covered in public, is no longer compulsory in Bundy, many of the women still practice it, and it naturally arouses our curiosity to know what the faces look like behind the veils. On the side of the hill in the old feudal style stands the ancient palace of His Highness, the Maharaja of Bundy, who very cordially invites us to visit him. Our entrance to the palace is by way of this old wooden gate, and as we climb laboriously up the steep cobblestone roadway that leads to our destination, we pause occasionally to catch our breath and admire a few exterior views of the palace. And finally, we come to an elephant-arched gateway leading into a courtyard, from which we ascend a series of stairs to the inner sanctum, where we meet His Highness, the Maharaja of Bundy. On this occasion, His Highness happens to be celebrating his 31st birthday, and we are fortunate to be among his guests, for he is a perfect host and an ideal entertainer. Although he has had the benefit of an Occidental education and has traveled extensively abroad, he still upholds the age-old traditions, manners, and customs of Bundy. and for this he is genuinely loved and respected by his subjects, even though the new Dominion government has shorn him of his former power. Before leaving Bundy, we visit a religious shrine that has been a habitat for wild monkeys for centuries. After sprinkling a few handfuls of tiny seeds upon the ground, we are literally besieged by the whole monkey colony. Look closely and you will see an occasional baby monkey clinging to its mother. For some reason or other, monkeys play an important part in the religious life of India, and even temples of worship, such as this one, have been erected in their name. But now we must leave the charming old state of Bundy and travel over the road that leads to Jaipur, a neighboring state. The traffic we pass en route is typical of rural India, where machinery of a modern nature is practically unheard of, and farm life is the same today as it has been for centuries. If plans of the new government materialize successfully, however, the farms of India are due for a modern facelifting, along with many other innovations. And now we arrive at the pink city of Jaipur, capital of Jaipur State, which was founded in 1728 by the mathematician and astronomer Jai Singh, who aspired to make it the most wonderful city in India, and succeeded at least in making it the most colorful. No animal in Jaipur is more privileged than the sacred cow. She is the mistress of all she surveys, and if she chooses to go walking down Main Street, that's her business, and nobody dares to interfere. Her father and brothers also have the same privilege, but they are not entitled to the same respect in the category of Hindu religion. The buildings here are all painted in a uniform color, a rose pink, which reflects a soft and fascinating light. This odd-looking edifice is known as the Palace of the Winds, because it was especially designed to catch the breezes from all directions. Perhaps no traffic policeman in the world has had the job of guiding a more conglomerate assortment of traffic than this one, and he performs his duties very seriously. In addition to being purely Oriental in its atmosphere, Jaipur is one of the cleanest and most prosperous cities in ancient India. And here we behold the palatial estate of His Highness, the Maharaja of Jaipur. All this display goes back to the days when ancient India was ruled by powerful Mughal emperors and Maharajas, who determined the way of life for almost a third of the human race. They were great builders of palaces, such as this one at Amber, the former capital of Jaipur, which is now a deserted city and no more than an attraction for tourists who come here from all parts of the world. There are several of these deserted cities throughout India, which were built at an enormous cost and then suddenly abandoned by the whim of an extravagant ruler who apparently enjoyed the thrill of building new cities and new palaces. After a tour of this fantastic palace, we return to the elephants that carried us up to it and start our journey down the road that leads us back to Jaipur. Riding downhill on the back of an elephant may look thrilling from a theater seat, but it really requires a pretty good constitution to take it, as the swaying movement of the elephant has the effect of a rolling ship at sea. And it is here that we most reluctantly say farewell to ancient India.
Get over there, you. Come on.
Come on over here, Speed.
Well?
The P&G warehouse just called. The shipment of ore has arrived.
Right on schedule.
Yes?
This is Dr. Satan. The ore is at P&G warehouse. Have it picked up at once and smelted down as quickly as possible. That'll be the last shipment now that the mine has been located.
Yes, but that doesn't bother me. If I can avoid further interference while the ore is being smelted, I'll still have enough tungite to build all the robot control cells I need.
No one think of looking for a smeller plant here.
Push that ore through as fast as you can. We'll be back in an hour with the rest of it.
We ought to get out of here by morning.
Good. Come on.
And the copperhead escaped?
Yes, he must have. When I got to the mine, everyone was gone. But I found this tag. It may be off one of the ore sacks.
And Dr. Satan must be reducing the ore to tungite here in Capital City.
That's the way it looks, Speed.
But where? Every smelting plant is being watched.
There are other plants that could break down the ore, Lois. Plants that are normally engaged in other types of work.
Yeah, but it'll be a tough job searching all of them.
That's where this tag comes in.
The P&G is a warehouse and storage company. Dr. Satan may be using it as a blind. Now, if we can check on this man Wilson, we may be able to find out where the rest of the ore is being taken.
Good idea. Let's go.
The warehouse should be just ahead. Are you in charge here?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
We're trying to locate the party who was receiving these shipments. Are those sacks for the same party?
Yeah. Should be picked up any time now.
You know where they take that stuff?
No, I don't.
Mind if we wait around?
It's okay with me.
What's our next move? Jump them while they're loading?
No. This is only a small shipment. It's more important to find out where the rest of the ore was taken. That way, we may be able to find Dr. Satan.
Right.
Here comes a truck now.
Come on. Quick, in there. We'll be out of sight.
Load it up. Hiya. You came for our stuff.
All right.
I know him. He's one of Dr. Satan's men.
Can I use your phone?
Sure. In the office there.
Thanks.
I'll see what it is.
ran into some trouble down at the station. I had to leave him.
Anyone follow you here?
No, of course not.
Well, let's get this stuff unloaded.
Here, give me that sack, and you tell Satan the last load is here.
Right.
Hello?
Lois, this is the Copperhead. I'm at the old gas plant. Dr. Satan's using it to smelt her out the tungite. Yes, I've got the men all locked up. Tell the DA to send help.
All right.
Hold it, Copperhead.
Take him to the storehouse. Let the others out. Get the tongue-eyed North back in the truck. I'll call Dr. Satan and tell him to expect a guest.
He'll be glad to see you.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed. You gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that you're rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
Hot dog.
Hot dog? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The hot dogs at our concession stand do rate an appreciative whistle.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
Story begins on the edge of a lonely desert in Arizona. For it was there the brilliant scientist Professor Franz Muller chose to live and work in a great fantastic place he called the castle.
I was worried.
Now, Mrs. Fame. You know what always happens when the professor runs into Phoenix for an hour. Did you have an interesting day, Professor?
Quite, Mr. Curry. Thank you, Mrs. Fame. Why the evening clothes?
Haven't you heard? It's to be a very formal party.
Party?
Yes, Mrs. Craven's dinner dance at the Arizona Palms.
And you accept it?
Of course we accept it. But you're the one who refused, Professor Muller.
My dear Janice, you ought to know by now how I love society. No, those things are not for me. Besides, I have some work to do.
What have you there? Oh, Patrick, look. It's a monkey. It's sick.
TB.
Where did you find it?
Bought it from an organ grinder.
Think we can save him?
Want to live through the night.
Then why did you buy him?
Yes, Janice, another experiment. I'll need some help.
So you won't give up, huh?
Give up? Not until I have proven that the animal and human brain can be kept alive even after death. I shall try and try again until I succeed, or shall die in the attempt.
But you already know you can keep the brain alive.
I merely think I do. I've never succeeded yet. And if I could prove that, what do I know about the brain itself? Nothing. Can it think? Remember after its body is dead? Could it be made to feel? To hear, perhaps? Or to express itself in some way? To contact the living?
And if you did find out, what would be the benefit?
You ask me that? Would it not be the achievement of all times to keep the brain of great thinkers, scientists, inventors, authors, statesmen alive? To derive benefit from their wisdom and their thinking power, even after their death? To make them literally immortal? You of all people should understand my determination. Just being an authority on the encephalograph wasn't enough for you. You wanted a chance to actually work with it, to prove that it could be practical.
Could be. It is practical.
You see? Your very belief in that shows how determined you are. Although I wasn't very encouraging the first time you wrote to me.
The first time? The first 20 times I wrote you.
I thought you might need me, Professor.
No experiment could possibly be successful without my 2 loyal assistants, provided that your interest in science still comes before dinner parties.
What can I do to assist?
I need all necessary instruments for trepanation.
Yes, Professor.
Get the blood pump ready and the tube connections for the arteries. We'll use the animal's own blood and add hemoglobin in acacia. And get the encephalograph ready for connection.
Yes.
And don't forget the giggly saw.
The giggly saw?
It was Professor Muller's contention that every living brain has an electric beat, which can be measured with an encephalograph or electric amplifier. A pump supplies blood to the main arteries in order to keep the tissues alive. As long as the brain functions, the pen records its beat and at the same time computes its strength.
What you can see from these alpha and beta waves, beyond any doubt, that the monkey's brain is still alive and awake. What's this?
The waves have stopped.
You died.
You must remember the monkey we had was sick. Perhaps if we had an animal that was in perfect health, we might be able to...
Perhaps. In any case, I've kept the monkey's brain alive for 1.5 hours after the animal's death. That is a tremendous step forward in my experiment. And what I did with the simian's brain, I could do with the brain of a human being, if I had one.
Well, you don't give up either, do you?
Not when it's been months since I was invited to a party.
Well, you should be where they send invitations every night. You get them, too. You know, you don't belong here.
Why not? Professor Muller says I have the makings of a very good scientist. I know you don't approve of my ambition.
Stop it. On the contrary, I do. Not too much.
I'll need it. This gown reeks of chloroform, and I don't want to put my dancing partners to sleep.
Don't you worry. Besides, you'll only have one. He's wide awake. I'll get the car.
We are going to the party, in spite of you.
In spite of me?
It was clever of you to arrange that emergency experiment. But your timing could have been much better.
My dear Janice, you seem to misunderstand my interest in your welfare.
Do I?
I only watch over you the way your father would if he were still alive.
When father didn't approve of a young man, he said so. He never tried to be subtle.
Now you are being unfair. And if I was subtle, it was only because I know very little about Mr. Corey's background. And when you make a choice, Janice, I want it to be the right choice. I want you to be happy.
Professor Muller, shall I serve dinner now?
No, thank you. Send me a sandwich to the lab.
Mi cielo, han separado vivir. Cuando se quiere de veras, como te quiero yo a ti, es imposible, mi cielo, tan separados separados
I hope you don't mind, Janice.
No, but...
You know, every time I want to talk to you alone, there's always so many people around.
Yes, I know. Especially at the castle.
Well, the castle's a very strange place. What with our work and all.
And Professor Muller.
No. The lady in black. Tell me, Janice, how does Mrs. Fame manage to be in so many rooms at the same time?
Why blame her? Professor Muller is the one who told you to stay away from me. Well, didn't he?
Well, he did imply that when your father died in Czechoslovakia that you were left to his care.
He makes his interest sound so paternal, doesn't he?
Telephone, Mr. Corey. Professor Muller. Put Mr. Corey's call on this extension, please.
Hello?
Hello, Corey. I'm sorry to disturb you.
Never mind about that. What's the matter? What's happened?
A plane crashed a few minutes ago near the ranger station. There's only one man on duty, and he couldn't locate locate Dr. Martin, so he called me. I was going to start immediately, but there's something wrong with the starter of my car. As long as you have the station wagon, I thought you would be glad to help out.
I'll leave right away. Goodbye.
Oh, it's you, Corey. Quick. You better stay here, miss. Only 2 men in there. I think one's still alive. I brought a stretcher along. Get it.
Just keep trying to get Dr. Martin.
What'll I tell him?
Tell him there's a chance to save this man's life. We'll be at the castle.
All right.
That was White on the phone. He said that Dr. Martin got your message and is on his way over.
His pulse is down to 38. Slowing down with every second.
Dr. Martin is here.
Hello, Dr. Martin.
Professor. My goodness, what a night. But it's always this way. Whenever we have a storm, I can depend on at least 3 calls. Tonight I have 4. There's still Mrs. Baxter up the road with a broken leg. Quite a place you have here, Professor Miller. Looks like you have everything I'll need in case we have to have an emergency. I should have said everything I would have needed.
I tried everything I could think of. Ergotine, adrenaline, no reaction.
I'll make all the necessary arrangements. Is there a telephone?
Yes, there's one before you.
I wonder if you'd mind getting my office. The night number is Desert 525.
Yes, sir.
I suppose they'll have another case for me. It's Mrs. Baxter with a broken leg.
Is there anything else we can do, Doctor?
It would be a great help, Professor, if you'd fill out this death certificate.
All right, Doctor.
And bring it to my office in the morning.
Gladly.
Thank you, Professor. Good night.
Good night, Dr. Martin.
Well, do the best you can. Take them a little while to get here.
We'll wait up for him, Doctor.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
His brain is still alive.
That's impossible.
Look for yourself. Look at the waves. Look at the bulb.
Those reactions. It is alive.
A perfect specimen at the perfect opportunity. Why not? Haven't I been waiting for a human brain to prove my theory? Haven't you been waiting for a chance to prove the possibility of the encephalograph? Or did you intend it to be a parlor game, huh?
Are you mad? Why, that would be criminal.
My dear Curry, I'm not suggesting murder. Man is already dead. Dr. Martin declared him dead. But it's still time for us to make the experiment. So sterilize the instruments.
Sterilize? What for? The man is dead.
I said sterilize the instruments.
I thought Dr. Martin might need me.
I want some instruments sterilized, please.
Where is Dr. Martin?
He's not here. He's gone. Professor Muller is going to do a little surgery. Forceps, small, medium, and large. 2 scalpels. 3 hemostats. Giggly saw.
Is it a head injury?
I said giggly saw.
Is he alive? Patrick, you didn't answer my question.
No, Janice. He's not alive.
When you try to solve the mysteries of nature, it doesn't matter whether you experiment with guinea pigs or human beings. Instruments. Instruments! What time is it, Curry?
3:30.
Janice, tell Mrs. Fame to make some strong black coffee, will you please?
Well?
They would like some strong black coffee.
Oh, that reminds me. Fill this out, Curry, will you?
Death certificate?
Oh, yes. Dr. Martin left it.
Who's going to sign it?
Dr. Martin, of course. All I gotta do is fill it out. Injuries, abdominal, thorax, and basal skull fracture. Cause of death, internal hemorrhage.
Don't you realize what you did is against the law? It's illegal.
Don't you realize it's what we did?
Who was this man?
Let's see. Donovan.
Initials?
William H.
William Donovan. So you think it's just a matter of getting Dr. Martin to sign a death certificate, do you? No, it can never be that simple, not now. Because you, my dear Professor Muller, beg pardon, we, have just stolen the most illustrious brain in the entire country. The brain of William H. Donovan.
My goodness, I can't believe it yet. I never thought I'd live to see the day when I declared the great W.H. Donovan dead.
Yes, you're quite a celebrity, Dr. Martin.
I don't like it a bit. Newspaper reporters calling all morning, people asking questions.
Well, Doctor, I know you're a busy man, and as there's nothing else we can do...
No, there's something else. Mr. Donovan's wife and his attorney are in the waiting room. They'd like to ask you a few questions.
Of course.
Another reporter, I'll bet you. Excuse me. Hello?
I'm Professor Muller. This is my assistant, Mr. Corey.
How do you do? Well, I'm Eugene Fulton, Mr. Donovan's attorney. This is Mrs. Donovan, gentlemen.
How do you do?
How do you do, Mr. Donovan?
I understand from Dr. Martin that it was you who braved that storm to bring Mr. Donovan from the plane.
Yes.
I want to thank you, both of you, for everything you did for my husband.
I regret we were unable to do more.
Well, apparently there was nothing more that could be done. Now, we've received Mr. Donovan's wallet and his personal possessions. Since you were the last persons to see him alive, we wanted to know if...
Yes.
Did Mr. Donovan say anything before he died? I mean, did he leave a final message?
He was in complete coma when we found him. And he never for 1 second regained consciousness. Is there anything else we can do?
No. Thank you.
Corey.
Yes?
Just one little point I'd like to clear up, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course.
The death certificate states that Mr. Donovan died of internal hemorrhage.
That's right.
Well, naturally, I went to the morgue to identify Mr. Donovan's body. Under the head bandages, I noticed that a trepanation of the skull had been performed. Why?
You see, the certificate...
The certificate enumerates all of Mr. Donovan's known injuries, among them basal skull fracture, as well as the cause of his death. Dr. Martin, who signed the certificate, is the district physician, is the only party in authority who can give any other information.
I see.
Come on, Corey.
Bye, Mr. Fulton.
Well?
Corey seems to know something. Something that Professor Muller won't let him tell.
Oh, nonsense, Jean. If W.H. did say something before he died, why would they want to keep it a secret from us?
That's one of the things I want to find out. What do you say we miss the plane? A few hours more in Phoenix might prove very interesting.
All right.
Janice, you haven't been in the lab all day.
Patrick, let's get away from here.
Just as we're starting the great experiment.
Great experiment. You don't want to be a part of that.
Well, I didn't hesitate being a part of it last night. Why should I run out now?
You wouldn't be running out. He can't stop you from going. I won't let him.
Janice, what's the matter with you? We're not in the clutches of a great monster. After all, Professor Muller has everything he wants. The encephalograph, Donovan's brain. Why should he keep me from leaving?
Oh, no. Professor Muller doesn't have everything he wants.
Perhaps I didn't understand what you were trying to tell me last night.
He couldn't feel love. It's his sense of possession.
Compared to what happens on the outside of the laboratory, the experiment is a pretty dull thing. Janice, we're getting out of here.
Oh, Patrick.
Not abruptly, of course, but as soon as we can. I think I'll go in there now and start breaking the news gently.
Corey entered the laboratory with every intention of telling Professor Muller of his decision to leave. But Muller's absorbed manner caused him to hesitate. And as he waited for an opportunity to speak, his own interest in the encephalograph was again aroused by the fact that the lines on the paper were strong. The brain was alive. Curiously, Corey watched. Then his curiosity turned to fascination. That same fascination erased all thought of Janice and bored deep into his scientific mind, intriguing his undying ambition to be at least partly responsible for an important contribution to science.
Noise. When I came down, someone was just closing the door.
Nothing.
But I saw the door closed.
It's probably Mrs. Fane taking a midnight walk.
I'm afraid.
I tell you, it was nothing.
Oh, not because of that. I'm afraid of just being here. Did you say anything to Professor Muller about going away?
I'm not going, Janice. And don't you leave either. Don't ever leave.
I heard a noise outside, so I called Patrick.
I went out and took a look around.
Oh, is that all? I thought someone was tampering with the brain. Good night, Janice.
Were you in the house?
I was in the professor's laboratory.
Well, what did you find out?
Proof. They've stolen the brain.
I'm going to call the police.
Oh, no, dear. That would be stupid.
Stupid? Well, what do you expect me to do?
I expect you to remember what the rest of the world doesn't know yet. That the fabulously wealthy William H. Donovan left you without a dime.
But you were so sure that there was money hidden away.
I am sure, dear. That's the reason we can't take a chance in notifying the police yet. This experiment of Professor Muller's might be successful. And if it is, we'll have everything we want.
The whole thing sounds fantastic.
It is fantastic. Almost as fantastic as the life and death of William H. Donovan.
Hello, Patrick. Supplies for the experiment?
Yes, I was lucky. Got everything we need. Hey, you even look beautiful in riding clothes.
Thank you.
Oh, we had a date to go riding, didn't we?
We did, 2 hours ago.
Sorry, Janice.
Did you get the blood plasma?
Yes, I did, and the lamp also. It's out in the wagon.
Good.
Professor Muller and Corey worked with growing intensity. And because of Corey, Janice stayed on, showing an interest, but only for Muller's benefit. Silently, she seemed to be trying to protect Corey from being entirely lost in his increasing enthusiasm. The two men measured the brain's activity with an electric bulb. When the light glowed, it indicated the brain was awake. When dark, the brain was asleep. Thus they observed from 7 to 8 hours at a time. The brain did not show any reaction. But during the remaining hours, and strangely enough, at night, it was most active.
Look. Look at the light.
Oh, for the love of Mike. The light's always brighter at night. That's what we can't figure out. Oh, I'm sorry, Janice. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Patrick.
Yes, it is strange.
You know, if we only knew something of Donovan's habits, we could do some research on the man.
Good. Call up the Excelsior Clipping Bureau. Have them send us every word that has ever been printed about William H. Donovan.
Here it is. Here's the reason. In this interview, Mr. W.H. Donovan says, "It has always been my habit to use part of the day for sleep, because I work better when the rest of the city has retired, in those still silent hours after midnight." This explains what you wanted to know, doesn't it?
That explains the light. But the greatest question still remains to find ways and means of communication with the brain.
Almost human. Seems to feel.
Almost. It does feel. It even seems to tell us something.
You'd only find a way to understand its message.
No, Patrick. Please. You've gone too far already.
Stop now? Why do you think we went into this experiment, huh?
You know, if we could figure out a way to contact the brain through, Morse code.
What makes you think Donovan knew Morse code, huh?
I don't care whether he did or not. He could be taught. A brain that could think and learn.
And even if it could understand, how could it answer us? We can't decipher these waves.
Oh, that's right. There's no way of decoding it.
What about telepathy?
Telepathy?
Why, yes, it's not impossible. We know positively that every human brain produces and discharges microwaves which travel through the medium of air until they reach other brains in a receptive state. On the same principle as radio waves sent by a transmitter are received by radio sets.
Yes, but how could we apply that theory to this?
If we could strengthen the brain, overfeed it, so to say, the electrical output would increase, which would favor telepathic transmission.
But I still say, how could we apply it?
Well, we would need a medium. Someone who would be able to make his own mind an absolute blank. In that case, Donovan's thoughts might transmit themselves.
Corey had reached the stage in his work where he felt he was being driven on by something stronger than himself. Night after night, he would stay on in the laboratory, long after Muller had retired. Finally, he moved a cot into the room so that he might remain constantly near the experiment. Between fitful hours of sleep, he worked feverishly. One night, discouraged by the slowness of the increase of chemical and tissue changes, he deliberately overfed the brain with enriched blood plasma. And then he watched, hopefully, waiting. It was that very night Patrick Corey received his first message from Donovan's brain.
Good morning.
Mr. Corey?
Yes?
I'll take it. Thank you. Patrick! Patrick! Wake up!
Janice, look, I contacted the brain. Of course it was written by me, but it's the exact signature of W.H. Donovan. Don't you see the scrawl, the hard H, and the flourish on the end?
And you've written it with your left hand. But still, that isn't sufficient proof that it was Donovan's brain that influenced you telepathically. You and I happen to have read Donovan was left-handed, and you have seen his signature in facsimile in some magazine. So therefore, it could be autosuggestion or self-hypnosis.
Patrick, what Professor Muller is trying to tell you is that your imagination is running away with you.
That's what you asked him to tell me.
No, Patrick, that isn't.
Please, Janice, don't say any more. It's obvious you don't want to help me. Oh, please go away and leave me alone.
prison. Federal prison. Federal prison. Federal prison. Federal prison.
Patrick is gone. I've got to stop him.
Perhaps you received another telepathic message.
Please do something.
If I put some morphine into the bloodstream, it will stop the brain activity for quite some time.
Patrick, what happened? Darling, where were you going?
I was going to Los Angeles. Federal prison.
Federal prison? Why, you must have been dreaming.
I have to go to federal prison.
But why? What would you do there?
Janice, try to understand. It was a voice, or maybe it wasn't a voice. I don't know what it was. It was something. It was an order. I have to go.
You've got to stop this experiment.
You tell Professor Muller to take care of the brain.
Patrick!
I'm not going back with you.
Take me with you.
Janice, Professor Muller will need a new assistant more than ever.
Yes, no doubt he does. And it's about time I showed some interest in the experiment.
Mrs. Donovan will see you in the library.
So glad to see you.
How do you do, Mrs. Donovan?
Please sit down.
Thank you.
Cigarette?
No, thanks.
I suppose you've read the papers.
Yes, I have.
It's absurd, the ridiculous things they're saying about Mr. Donovan.
Mrs. Donovan, I've had something on my mind that I think you should know about.
Yes?
It's about Mr. Donovan's last words.
Then he did say something.
Yes. There were 2 words he kept repeating.
2 words?
Federal prison.
Oh. Well, that place has no significance for me. But let me call Mr. Fulton. Perhaps he has an explanation. Excuse me, please.
I find it impossible to give you a definite answer at this moment. I'm going east today.
I don't know how long he's staying, but I'll try to find out. Yes, I'll take care of it. Goodbye, Dean.
On my return, I'll discuss your letter at the next meeting of the Board of Directors.
Oh, I apologize, Mrs. Donovan. When I saw the dictograph, it was a temptation to hear your husband's voice again.
I can understand, Mr. Corey. I spoke to Mr. Fulton.
Yes?
He has no explanation to offer.
Well, I'm sorry I bothered you, Mrs. Donovan. Goodbye.
Oh, Mr. Corey,
Yes?
are you going to be in town for a while?
Just a couple of days.
Why not have dinner with Mr. Fulton and me tomorrow evening? We'll pick you up at your hotel. Shall we say at 7:30?
Thank you. I'm at the Southern Villa. Bye.
Goodbye.
Yes?
Ready with your call to Phoenix, Mr. Corey. Just a moment, please.
Thank you. Hello, Janice?
This is Mrs. Vane.
Oh, Mrs. Vane, this is Mr. Corey. May I speak to Miss Farrell, please?
I'll call her.
Yes?
Mr. Corey's on the phone.
Patrick.
Hello, darling.
I was just writing you a letter. I didn't know where to send it, but...
I'm coming home tomorrow.
Oh, that's wonderful. Did everything come out all right?
I'll tell you all about it when I see you. I should be there about noon.
Don't leave now, in the middle of the night. Please.
I thought you wanted me to come home.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. You know that. But you must be careful.
I will, darling. Goodbye.
Good night.
Alberta, I was just talking to Los Angeles. I was cut off.
Hello?
I've just heard your plans. It seems you're very willing to sacrifice everything we've been working for by coming home now.
Well, I did have a chance to hear Donovan's voice over the dictograph, and it was the same voice I heard last night, and that was all. I haven't been able to contact the brain since.
No wonder. I've administered some morphine to the brain after you left. Naturally, it was in no condition to contact you. In fact, it is still sleeping soundly.
Well, in that case, I hadn't better hurry home.
It would be only fair of you to stay at least another 24 hours to give the brain a chance to contact you again.
Janice is expecting me. I better let her know.
Don't worry. I'll explain everything to Janice. And call me if you have any news. All right, Corey. Good luck. And good night.
Ace of spades. Winged of 16.
One, 2, 5, 3, 1. That's not a signature.
It is. Make it $1,000 bills.
One moment, please. manager wants to see you, please.
All right.
My name is Phipps.
I'm Patrick Corey.
This is Mr. Manning. Would you mind answering a few questions, Mr. Corey?
Is there anything wrong with that check?
No. We've compared this number with the original number, which stands for the signature. It's correct. Also, the ace of spades in the corner.
And you, Mr. Corey, opened this account?
It seems so.
Could I see your identification, please?
This account has puzzled the bank for years. 5 years ago, we received a large sum of money with the order to open an account. This is the first check that's been drawn against it.
Well, Mr. Phipps, this is Patrick Corey.
Give me the money. I'm in a hurry.
You want it in $1,000 bills?
In $1,000 bills.
All the $50,000?
All of it.
The same strange impulse that forced him to go to the bank, sign a check with a peculiar signature, take money that wasn't his, now held Corey captive as he walked along. What should he do with the money? He tried to blot out his own thoughts so that the brain could prompt him. And then, quite suddenly, it did. Instead of crossing the street, Corey found himself turning in another direction.
Mr. Corey, I didn't expect the pleasure of your company until this evening.
I'm sorry I haven't time for social obligations. I came here strictly on business.
Sit down, won't you? What can I do for you?
I understand you're a very shrewd man, Mr. Fulton.
A lawyer has to be.
I want you to get a man out of federal prison.
That sort of thing isn't so easy.
I know. This'll help.
I don't operate the way you seem to think, Mr. Corey.
Then I'll have to get another lawyer.
Very well. But don't you want to tell me first whose case it is you wish me to handle? Collins. That man's been convicted of murder and sentenced to death. It's hopeless.
It isn't hopeless. Money's no object.
Well, I must know more about this. What's your interest in the case?
Strictly personal. All you have to do is follow my instructions.
Well, I can't make a decision now. You'll have to give me time to think it over.
All right, tomorrow morning. I want to see Collins. Can you arrange it?
I'll try.
I said arrange it.
Report to me again tomorrow.
Have Roger Collins brought to my office. It's so surprising that an attorney like Eugene Fulton would take over such a hopeless case.
Did he say that he was?
No,
Then why do you say that?
The arrangements for your visit were made through his office.
You have no right to assume that he's taking over the Collins case.
Why, Roger, this is Mr. Corey.
Hello, Roger.
I don't know you.
You don't? No, of course you don't.
And I don't want to see any more psychiatrists or pathologists or whatever you call yourselves. I don't want to see any more of you.
But I want to help you, Roger.
Sure. That's what they all say. My lawyer tells them to say that. He's trying to prove I'm insane now.
But you're not. You're not guilty either.
You believe me. Somehow I can tell you. You do believe me.
I've always known you were innocent.
Then why didn't you help me before? Why didn't you stop them from sending me here?
It's not too late, Roger. Is there anything you can tell me that you didn't tell them at the trial?
No. Why should there be? I've never lied. I was always honest. Can't anyone ever understand that? I didn't murder him. I never liked him, but I didn't murder him.
Who didn't you like, Roger?
Why, my stepfather, of course. Who do you... Oh, so that's it. You're a psychiatrist after all.
No.
You're trying to trip me up, too, with those misleading questions.
No!
Yes, you are. You're trying to make me out insane. It's that lawyer again. He doesn't think I should hang, but he wouldn't hesitate to put me into an asylum. Well, tell him I won't go. I don't want to go. I'd rather be dead. And for the kind of tricks you pull, I wish you were dead, too.
His stepfather.
What did you say, Mr. Corey?
I was just trying to remember something. Thank you, Warden.
No, not at all. You see, it's a hopeless case.
His mission had failed. But from this moment on, Donovan's brain took possession of him without respite. As Corey walked along, the voice came to him, urging, demanding, echoing back from the stony walls of the prison corridor.
I'm so glad I found you. You mustn't come back to the castle now. Wait for me.
Don't annoy me with your stupid ideas. Let me talk to Muller.
I don't want you to talk to him. Anyway, he's locked himself in the laboratory. But I know he keeps feeding the brain, giving it more and more adrenaline so that... Patrick!
What are you doing?
I turned it off. The brain is dead. Patrick is free. Patrick is free.
So you thought you could sap the brain, kill it, by merely turning off the current, didn't you? The idea wasn't bad, although your intent was malicious. But look. Look. What you unintentionally made me discover. Just look at the bulb. It's glowing. The brain is alive. Awake and working, independent of electric current, self-sufficient.
You mean nothing can stop it?
Nothing but the physical destruction of its very substance.
Physical destruction. Please let me. I want Patrick to be free.
I don't. Why should I?
You monster!
Things are in the car. Hurry.
You mean you gave me the key too?
Yes, get out of here. Hurry.
Why are you so determined to establish Collins' innocence?
I'm not paying you to ask questions. What are you going to do about this case?
Well, I've been doing some research. I found several witnesses that might prove difficult. One in particular. I believe they called her the star witness at the trial.
Who was it?
Oh, it was just a child, 13 or 14 years old. She lives next door to the house where the murder occurred. But she came forth with some very damaging testimony against Collins.
Give her parents some money and tell them to take her over the state line.
But you can't bribe people to do that. You can't pervert justice. You just can't.
I can. I can buy anything. I don't want the girl found until Collins is freed.
Mr. Corey, what is Roger Collins to you?
I told you I wasn't paying you to ask questions. That's my privilege. Mr. Fulton, what did you say the name of the star witness was?
Oh, yes, Mr. Corey. I'll tell you the whole story. The morning Collins killed poor Mr. Howard,
Don't say killed, Mary Lou.
But he did, Grandmother. He came out of the house, looked around, lit a cigarette, sneaked away. He thought no one saw him. But I did. I see everything.
How come?
When I'm grown up, I'm going to be a detective. You know, they're hiring girls now.
Imagine, Mr. Corey, the crazy ideas the young folks get these days. When I was young, we thought of other things.
Why not? She might make a very clever detective.
Well, there's one thing I must say for Mary Lou. She has an amazing memory. Why, only just yesterday she remembered something else.
What was it?
Well, after he stood there and lit his cigarette, he picked a flower and stuck it in his buttonhole.
Why didn't you tell that to the prosecuting attorney?
Well, I was just telling you, she only just remembered it yesterday.
That's what the girl told me. And that makes her our star witness. I ask you, would a murderer, after committing such a crime, stop and pick a flower for his buttonhole?
In a premeditated murder, it has been done.
Not Collins. He's not the type.
How can anyone tell what's going on inside a man's brain?
Are you his lawyer or prosecuting attorney? It's a new clue and a sound one. Anyway, it gives us a chance to reopen the trial.
Now, look, Corey. If this could be used as evidence against Collins, it might mean something. But as evidence for him, believe me, it means very little.
I just gave you another $5,000, and I'm not paying you for nothing. I want action.
I'm working on it. But I must use my own methods. Now, tonight, Mr. Grimes will call on you. He can be trusted. Follow his advice.
Come in. Why did you come here? What do you want?
How can you say that when you need me so much?
I don't need you. I don't need anybody.
How can I help you? What can I do?
You can't do anything. Get out!
I have tried to destroy the brain, but Professor Muller...
Yes?
Mr. Grimes wants to see you.
Send him up.
Who is it?
Stop asking so many questions. Go on in there. Go on! Come in.
Corey?
Yes, I'm Patrick Corey.
Well. Mr. Corey, let's get down to business. Now, let's see what we have here. Yes. Murder, first degree. Circumstantial evidence. One-star witness. Well.
That's nothing new.
Mr. Corey, I'm a man of few words. You want him free, I'm the man to do it. You want quick action, you'll get it from me.
What do you suggest?
Reopening of the trial. Bribe the witnesses. Helping the jurors make up their minds. Altogether, $100,000. 50 on deposit and 50 on acquittal.
I'll have to talk to Fulton first.
It can only be done through me. Mr. Fulton is a lawyer and a public figure. He gives the anesthetic, I pull the teeth.
100,000 is okay on delivery, but not 1 cent down.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, Mr. Corey. I can understand your feelings. Money is a hard thing to part from. You can get a funeral for Collins as low as $65 at Kelly Brothers on Santa Vista. Good day.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no hurry. I'll give you time to make up your mind. You talk to Fulton tomorrow.
It isn't you who's doing all these terrible things. It can't be you. Patrick, can't you see you're beginning to think like Donovan? It's just like being hypnotized. Wake up. Please wake up.
So you've been listening, huh? That's why you came here, to interfere, wasn't it?
I came here to help you. And that's what I'm going to do. Somehow.
I forgot my pencil. Bye.
Hello?
Mrs. Fame, I must talk to Professor Muller.
He won't come to the phone. He won't talk to anyone.
But it's been impossible for me to even reason with Mr. Corey. I've thought of going to the police, but I'm afraid of what might happen. Oh, please, Mrs. Fame, please. I've got to make Professor Muller understand.
It's too late now, Miss Farrell. He won't even see me. He keeps the door locked. I think the brain is beginning to take possession of Professor Muller, too.
Your sudden interest in Miss Farrell's welfare is really most touching, Mrs. Fame. But you wouldn't tell her the real reason for your interest, would you? You wouldn't tell her that you've been jealous of her ever since the first day she arrived here? And that you've tried to get rid of her ever since until you finally succeeded? You old, malicious, jealous fool, you!
perfect timing, darling.
Not on your part. I had these ready 15 minutes ago.
Well, Grimes was a little late. However, everything is coming along splendidly.
He'll pay?
Oh, yes, and he'll pay more.
Are you really reopening the trial?
Why, certainly.
But what if Collins can prove his innocence?
It'll never come to that. A young lady has arrived.
A young lady?
Grimes seems to think it's Corey's fiancée.
Will she complicate matters?
Oh, no. On the contrary.
Strange. The man in the possession of Donovan's brain doesn't know that the boy about to die is Donovan's own son.
I want results! I paid Grimes all the money he wants. Now I want action.
I can't understand how a man with your background can lose his balance so easily. Have you seen the morning papers?
No.
Well, look at that.
It's all right for a beginning.
However, there's a hitch.
Yeah, new hitch, new money.
I'm not talking about money. I'm having trouble with one of the witnesses.
Which one?
The star witness.
Mary Lou?
Exactly.
But she's the one that's going to introduce the new evidence.
Oh, sure, but not evidence for Collins. You see, Corey, I told you that evidence can work both ways. Now, you thought the incident of the flower would establish Collins' innocence. As a matter of fact, it clearly works against him.
Why?
It was Collins' habit to wear a flower in his lapel every day. Without it, he would have been conspicuous. So you can understand why he picked one that particular day. Well, the child is no help at all.
What about the other witnesses?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all right. The 6th is the child.
That was Mr. Corey.
Yes, I know.
But you said you were waiting to see him.
I've changed my mind. I want to see Mr. Fulton. Immediately.
What is your name, please?
Janice Farrell.
Miss Janice Farrell to see Mr. Fulton.
Send her in.
Yes, Mr. Fulton. Go right in, Miss Farrell.
Thank you.
We've met before, Miss Farrell.
Oh, so you're Mr. Fulton.
No, I'm Mr. Grimes.
But,
Please, sit down. Miss Farrell, I'm talking for Mr. Fulton, and for a good reason. Mr. Fulton's reputation as a lawyer is beyond reproach. So when things get slightly out of balance, he prefers me to take over.
I've really no idea of Mr. Corey's dealings with Mr. Fulton. It's just that
I thought so. Told Mr. Fulton so, too. You don't know anything, but we know about everything.
And what is everything, Mr. Grimes? What has Mr. Corey done?
What has he done? First, he's guilty of stealing a man's brain. Laudable for science, but punishable by law. Second, trying to get a murderer acquitted by influencing witnesses. Possible sentence, 5 years. Third, using Mr. Donovan's funds by falsifying his signature. Another 5 years.
But he's innocent.
That's the point. He's acting under Donovan's influence. Miss Farrell, I know you love Mr. Corey, and you want to save him. All we want is money. Now, here's a blank check. We would like to get Mr. Donovan's secret signature, the one Mr. Corey has used quite frequently the past few days. If we get the money, all of it, well, you can take Mr. Corey home, and everything will be forgotten.
Patrick can't do that. He wouldn't do it. He isn't a criminal.
That's what you think, but I know differently. You go now, and don't let him out of your sight for a moment. Otherwise, you'll not only have a criminal as a sweetheart, but also a murderer.
I don't believe it. I don't believe a word you've said.
You're lying. You were afraid of it all the time, and that's why you came here.
You just said he'd murder. Patrick wouldn't.
No, Patrick wouldn't, but Donovan would.
Donovan?
A man who can murder once won't hesitate to do it again.
I want you to come with me. I said come with me.
Where to? Where are we going?
I want you to meet someone. Just in time.
I don't see anyone.
You will. Wait.
Who?
Harry Lou. There she is now.
Bye, kids. Bye, King. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.
The smart little girl that observes everything. The bright little girl that wants to be a detective when she grows up. The clever little girl that... That's the last time you'll ever get in my way. You're trying to hang him too, and he's innocent.
Patrick, don't you remember who you are?
You're conspiring with Fulton. Fulton's conspiring with Grimes. You're all in my way. You're all my enemies.
We're not your enemies. You saw the world in the wrong focus. You believed people were against you. It was not true. Believe me. It was just an obsession, Patrick.
I'm not Patrick! Janice.
Patrick, you're free.
I'm not free. Take me back to the castle. You see, Fulton always knew that Collins was innocent, and so did Mrs. Donovan. They didn't want another heir because in the event they could use Donovan's secret account.
Another heir?
Yes, you see, Collins was Donovan's son by a former marriage he didn't tell anybody about. Well, Howard knew because Howard acted as Collins' foster father.
And who is Howard?
The murdered man. He was Donovan's secretary. He knew all about his detours to power. So it must have been Donovan who actually committed the murder.
But why did Donovan kill Howard?
Because he wrote the life story of Donovan, and Donovan didn't want it published. Well, he made him an offer, and Howard turned it down.
Patrick, here we are.
All right, darling. She's asleep.
What about the brain?
Professor Muller's put the brain to sleep.
Not Professor Muller. I used all the morphine he had.
At what time?
About 2 o'clock this afternoon.
That was...
But Patrick, if the brain is asleep, that means...
Means it's time to put an end to it.
No, Mr. Curry. Not yet.
Not when we're so close to success.
I don't want any more. I've had enough.
It isn't a question of what you want. Your little experience in Los Angeles was just the beginning of our experiment.
It's your experiment. You're the one who...
Please, please, I want to be free. I want to be free to live my own life.
Yes, free to be with Janice.
Yes, yes.
No!
And so, the four who had shared a most amazing adventure finally found its conclusion. For Professor Muller, such a death was well deserved. He had tried to distort an experiment of science into a diabolical plot to further his own personal gains. Following a brief trial, Mrs. Fane was acquitted, but Patrick Corey, although he helped to free Roger Collins, was obliged to serve a short term in prison for his part in the experiment. However, Janice was waiting. So after all, there was a happy ending to his experience.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.